Does heaven move naturally? Does earth rest still? Do the sun and moon compete for space? Who rules and arranges these? Who bans and holds them? Who, having nothing to do, sets them in motion? Is there a hidden force that makes them move? Or do they just roll on without stop? Do clouds rise from rain? Or rain fall from clouds? Who spreads the clouds and sends the rain? Who, idle and seeking joy, brings this about? Wind rises in the north, blowing east and west, roaming the sky. Who breathes it out? Or who, having nothing to do, fans it into being? I dare ask, what is the cause? Wu Shaner said, "Come, I will tell you. Nature has the 6 directions and 5 elements. Rulers who follow it govern well. Those who oppose it meet disaster. To follow the affairs of the 9 regions, to bring peace and complete virtue, to shine upon the world and win all hearts. This is called the Supreme Emperor." The Grand Minister of Song asked Zhuangzi about benevolence. Zhuangzi said, "Tigers and wolves also have benevolence." What do you mean? They love their young. Why isn't that benevolence? What is the highest benevolence? The highest benevolence has no affection. Then it means no love, no filial piety. Is it unfilial? No, the highest benevolence is truly worthy. Filial piety alone is not enough to define it. Travel south to yin, and even facing north you won't see Mount Ming, because it's too far. So, to be respectful is easy. To love is hard. To love is easy. To become with parents is hard. To become is easy. To have them come with you is hard. To have them come is easy. To become with the whole world is hard. To become with the world is easy. To make the world forget itself is hard. Great virtue forgets your own shine, yet they succeeded. It benefits all ages, yet no one knows. Why shout about benevolence and filial piety? Filial piety, brotherly love, benevolence, righteousness, loyalty, trust, chastity, integrity, all these bend true nature. They are not worth praising, so the most precious thing, even the kingdom's title, can be discarded with self-forgetfulness. The richest thing, even the kingdom's wealth, can be cast aside with contentment. The greatest wish, fame and honor can die with true nature. Thus the way is eternal and unchanging. Beiman Chan asked the Yellow Emperor, "When you played the Zhuangzi music on the West Plain, I was first afraid, then relaxed, and finally confused, dazed and lost." The emperor said, "That is natural. I played following human feelings, taking nature as law, using ritual to advance, and the way to establish the finest music follows feelings, obeys nature, unfolds with virtue, and matches the world. It moves like the 4 seasons, and all things follow it, flourishing and fading, like spring and autumn, clear and deep, yin and yang balanced, like waking insects stirred by thunder. Its end cannot be found. Its beginning cannot be seen. It comes and goes, rises and falls, endless, unpredictable, so you were afraid. Then I played with yin and yang in harmony, lit by sun and moon. The music could be short or long, soft or strong, It followed order but never stuck to old forms. It filled valleys and hollows. It stopped the senses and stilled the spirit. It rose high as heaven, bright as the sun. Even ghosts kept their darkness. Stars kept their courses. I sometimes paused, yet the meaning flowed on forever. I tried to think of it, couldn't know it. I tried to see it, couldn't find it. I tried to chase it, couldn't catch it. So I stood empty at the crossroads. Reciting by my desk, my wisdom was exhausted by what I sought. My strength was spent. I could not catch up. My form was full yet seemed empty. Then I could respond to change, and you responded. So your fear slowly faded. Then I played music that forgets self and feelings. With natural rhythm, it was like wind through a forest, sound without form. It spread without being pulled, dark and silent. It rose from the unknowable, lingered in the deep. Sometimes it vanished, sometimes it rose, sometimes real, sometimes hollow. It drifted without fixed tune. People were confused and asked the sage. The sage is one who understands and follows nature. Nature's pivot needs no opening, yet all senses are there. This is music from the source, like joy without words. You and some ears can hear it, eyes can see it, yet it fills earth and holds all directions. You tried to follow but couldn't, so you were confused. First you were afraid, then you relaxed and fear faded. Finally, you were confused, and in confusion, you became annoying. Unknowing brings you close to the way, close to the way. You merge with it. Confucius traveled west to Wei. Yan Yuan asked Shi Jing, "What do you think of the master's trip?" Shi Jing said, "He'll meet trouble." Why? A straw dog before sacrifice is kept in a box and wrapped in brocade. After sacrifice, it's stepped on and burned. If you try to worship it again, you'll have nightmares. Your master is copying the straw dogs of ancient kings and gathering disciples around them. So in sum, the tree where he taught was cut down. In Wei, his footprints were erased. In Chen and Kai, he was trapped for 7 days without fire. Isn't that his nightmare? A boat goes on water. A cart goes on land. To push a boat on land goes nowhere. Today's world is not yesterday's. To use us within Lu is like pushing a boat on land, useless and harmful. They don't know that things change without limit. Haven't you seen the whale sweep? Pull one end and the other goes down. It moves because people move it. So the rules of the ancient kings are like fruit, pear, orange, pomelo, different tastes. All good rituals and laws change with the times. Dress and nipinal robes, it'll tell them off. Look at the difference between then and now. It's like the apad doquero. She frowned beautifully. An ugly woman saw and imitated her. Rich people shut their doors. Poor people ran away. She only knew the frown was pretty, not why. Alas, your master is in full trouble. Confucius was Wu Shi and hadn't yet grasped the way. He went south to pay to see Laozi. Wu Shouzi said, "I hear you're a wise man of the north. Have you found the way?" "Not yet." "How did you seek it?" I sought it in laws and norms. 5 years. No success. Then how? I sought it in yin and yang. 12 years. Still no. Laozi said it's like this. If the way could be offered, everyone would offer it to their ruler. If it could be given, everyone would give it to their parents. If it could be told, everyone would tell their brothers. If it could be passed down, everyone would pass it to their children. But it can't, because the heart can't hold it, and the world can't receive it. What comes from within but isn't received, the sage does not teach. What comes from without but isn't grasped, the sage does not pity. Fame is a tool everyone uses. Don't grab too much. Benevolence is a guest house. Stay one night, not forever. The ancient perfect person used benevolence as a path, righteousness as a stop. Though mean free and simple, this is true wandering. Those who value wealth won't share it. Those who value fame won't give credit. Those who love power won't give control. They clutch what they have and tremble in fear. They grieve when they lose it. They have no insight, only chasing what they crave. Such people are punished by nature. Hate, kindness, taking, giving, advising, teaching, living, killing. This is correct others. Only those who follow nature's changes can use them. Thus correcting means making things right. If the heart says no, its door will never open. Confucius visited Laozi to discuss benevolence. Laozi said, "Chaffing the eye confuses heaven and earth. A mosquito bite keeps you awake all night. Benevolence poisons worse than this. Nothing harms the world more. If you want the world not to lose simplicity, just act naturally. Like wind and rain, why beat the drum to promote benevolence? Swans need no bath to stay white. Crows need no dye to stay black. Their colors are natural. Fame and honor are not worth spreading. When the spring dries, fish lie on land, spitting on each other. Better to forget each other in rivers and lakes." Confucius returned and was silent for 3 days. His disciples asked, "What did you say to Laozi?" Confucius said, "I saw the true dragon. The dragon gathers into one body, scatters into brilliant patterns, writes claws, and rests between yin and yang." I stood gaping. How could I advise him? Zigong then visited Laozi in Confucius's name. Laozi said and said softly, "I'm old. What will you advise me?" Zigong said, "The 3 sovereigns and 5 emperors ruled differently, yet all had good names. Why don't you consider them sages?" Laozi said, "Come closer. What makes you say they differed?" Zigong said, "You gave to Shan, Shan to you. You used force. Time used war. King Wen obeyed. King Wu rebelled. So they differed." Laozi said, "Closer still. The Yellow Emperor kept people simple and honest. You made people respect parents. Shan made people compete. Children talk at 5 months and died young. You made people cunning. They fought and killed freely. The world was disturbed. Confucians and Mohists rose up. At first they had order. Now they don't. These rulers, in name they ruled, but nothing harmed nature more than they did. Their minds hid the sun and moon. violated the land, ruined the seasons. Their minds were worse than scorpion tails, and even beasts couldn't rest. Yet they called themselves sages. Do they not know shame? Zigong stood shaken and uneasy. Confucius said to Laozi, "I've studied the 6 classics for so long. I know all the old systems. I've spoken to 72 rulers about ancient kings, but none took my advice. Is it that people are hard to persuade, or that the way is hard to show?" Laozi said, "Lucky you've never met a true ruler. The 6 classics are just footprints left by ancient kings, but the footprint is not the foot. Certain birds made with just a glance, insects made by sound, some creatures don't mate at all. Nature cannot be changed, fate cannot be altered, time cannot be stopped, the way cannot be blocked. Those who have the way go anywhere, those who lose it go nowhere." Confucius stayed home for 3 months, then returned. "I have found the way. Crows and magpies hatch together, fish breathe through foam, wasps change themselves. The younger brother cries when born for the older brother. For so long, I haven't been friends with nature's changes. Without befriending change, how can I teach others?" Laozi said, "Good. Conquer has found the way.